Hello, I am Dennis Miller, Montgomery County Office of Veteran Affairs, Montgomery County, Pennsylvania, and welcome to the March 2023 monthly video update. We are here today at Tremont Cemetery, founded in 1846 and property of the First Baptist Church in Norristown, to talk to you about Memorial Day, because Memorial Day is just around the corner, even though it's still March. It's a big event for all of us, and a lot of preparation will go a long way. For Memorial Day, the commissioners have bought 67,000 flags, the largest number that we've ever had, to be distributed through various caretaker organizations for flag placement on graves in cemeteries such as this one. The flag placement ceremonies they require a lot of participation, and a lot of people want to help out. And it's odd for our office because we both distribute the flags, and we would get a lot of calls from people that want to do flag placement as volunteerism, which is important. The problem is you have to understand the process a little bit. The 67,000 flags go to various organizations in late March, early April timeframe. But the flag placements are mid-April, early May. Almost no organizations go out Memorial Day weekend. The flags are firmly placed in the ground long before that. So if you want to get involved, we want you to contact a caretaker organization early. And the way to do that is to go to our website, which you can see on your screen, and click on Cemetery Map. That's going to bring you to another website called ArcGIS, and you'll see a map of the county with blue dots and red dots. Click on the bluest dot closest to your home. It'll indicate the cemetery, how many veterans are there, and a caretaker or multiple caretaker organizations that attend to that cemetery. Reach out to them, find out when they're doing a flag planting, tell them you want to volunteer. It should all go smoothly, and I think you'll really enjoy it. As the Director of Veteran Affairs and also the Registrar of Veteran Graves, people ask me, Dennis, how do you know how many graves that there are for veterans and where they're located? And I tell them, well, I'm really smart. But the real answer is that we have a lot of organizations, caretaker organizations, different veteran employee affinity groups that do what are called a cemetery census. And what they'll do is they'll come out with clipboards on a nice day, and they'll go and they'll walk every tombstone with a list of what we have for who the veterans are in the cemetery. And if there's ones to add, they will collect that information and the location, which informs us about how many flags that we get. But also they'll look to see whether or not the person needs another flag holder, or if a tombstone is starting to get worn and almost not readable anymore. That's how we try to upkeep these graves. And it's a big undertaking because we're talking about 245 cemeteries. As I have said before, 67,000 American flags with black staffs given to us by the Montgomery County Commissioners, but also we have these flag holders. This is a Civil War flag holder. It says GAR 1861 to 1865. They don't say Civil War, they say Grand Army of the Republic, the side that fought for the North. Confederate soldiers are not considered veterans per Pennsylvania state law, only the Grand Army of the Republic. But flag holders are another way to identify a veteran's grave. What we ask you to do when placing them, and again, these are free from my office, but we need some paperwork about whose grave they're going to, is on the side of the tombstone, right here, you would go and place the flag holder in like this, and then the flag actually goes in there and stands up pretty good. We ask you to put them to the side because when they mow the lawns in the cemetery, they end up getting knocked off if they're in front. So we ask you to put them right to the side of the tombstone. Just a minor point, but it really helps with not having them bent or damaged. These come at a small cost to the county commissioners, but they're happy to pay it. The penalty for having one of these in your possession, if stolen, is $100 per flag holder. Sometimes people steal them. If you remember a few years ago at Lansdale Historic Cemetery, over 50 were stolen. It was a travesty. We were able to get replacements quickly for that cemetery. But just a little bit more about flag holders you should know. And here, as you can see, we have the grave of Joseph A. Fisher, Company 1, 54th Massachusetts. That same company that was based on the movie Glory. He was in that company. Here at Tremont Cemetery, we're just about losing the writing on this tombstone. We're going to have to see about that. But a Civil War hero buried here in Montgomery County. And this is the final resting place of Abner Atlee, Company 1, 54th Massachusetts Infantry, served with Joseph. We already showed you his grave. A historic Civil War grave here in Montgomery County. First Baptist Church in Norristown owns this cemetery, and over the last few years they've done a great job of cleaning it up and revitalizing it. But as you could see over my right shoulder, more work needs to be done in this historic cemetery. Or in this part of the cemetery, a much older part of the cemetery, we have veteran graves. We're not sure which veteran graves are here. We would love for a historical society or a group, archaeology group, to work with the First Baptist Church in Norristown to try to identify some of these graves. I want to go over a couple of observances for March. I have them written down on a piece of paper. We have a couple of them. The Seabees' birthday is the 5th of March. If you have a chance, check out Fighting Seabees with John Wayne, 1944. It's a great movie. K-9 Veterans Day, 13th of March. American Legion birthday, 15th of March. This is the second American Legion. Let me clarify. The first American Legion was stationed in Philadelphia under the command of Benedict Arnold after he betrayed the Union. And the idea is that they would have Americans fight in this Legion against the Revolutionary troops. Spoiler alert, didn't work out. But American Legion birthday, 15th of March. And Medal of Honor Day, 25th of March. I'd like you to go back to our July 2021 monthly video update and hear about Major Orson Bennett, Company A, 102nd U.S. Colored Troops Civil War Commander. He has an interesting story, and he's one of 3 people buried in Montgomery County who have received the Medal of Honor. Thank you for taking the time out to watch the March 2023 Montgomery County, Pennsylvania Office of Veteran Affairs monthly video update. We can be reached at 610-213-4022. The best way to get in touch with us is email at teamveterans@montcopa.org, which you should see on your screen. We will get back to you, but answers to calls are not given in the order received. They are triaged based on order severity. Our priority groups are unstable housing, advanced stage in crisis, mentally ill, PTSD, suicidal, or the incarcerated. Those are our highest priority groups. When we get up to speed with them, we will return your call. Thank you for being understanding.